Hey y'all, let's cook food from France. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. We are here doing our final cooking foods from around the world. The episode for this year. I do want to bring it back next year, but this is our final country for this year's cooking foods from around the world. Okay, so I'm so excited to bring to you the last episode in this year's cooking foods from around the world, and we are doing France. And so as I was looking, there are tons of wonderful recipes that come from all of these countries, and certainly France is no different. But once I saw this recipe, it just kind of stuck out to me, and I thought that it would be something tasty to have at this time of year. So today we're going to be making a croque monsieur. So a croque monsieur is basically a French take on a toasted ham and cheese. But with the flavors that I have already kind of been seeing in this recipe, it's going to take it to the next level. All right, so to make this croque monsieur, we're going to be using a French loaf. I'm going to be slicing this up. We're going to be using some ham, some Gruyere cheese, Dijon mustard. Oh, that was the back. Dijon mustard. And then we're going to be making a bechamel sauce. So the first thing that we need to do is get that bechamel sauce going. Putting the sandwiches together is not going to take that long, but we do need to get a bechamel going on the stove. So let's start by making a bechamel sauce. All right, so for a bechamel sauce, we're going to start with 1 tablespoon of butter. Give that just a minute to melt. It's kind of like just making a roux. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Just going to sprinkle that in there. I'm just going to give that a whisk. You want the flour and the butter to cook for just a couple minutes, just to cook out that raw flour taste. Now we're going to pour in 1 cup of milk gradually. And you're just going to keep whisking until this comes together and makes a smooth and creamy sauce. Now season with salt, pepper, and this is what your bechamel will look like. Some people add nutmeg to theirs. I don't have any nutmeg, so we're just going to leave it like this. So there's my bechamel. I'm going to set this to the side and start assembling our sandwiches. Okay, the next thing I need to do to prepare for these sandwiches is I need to shred my Gruyere cheese. Gruyere. I still can't say it. Gonna get that shredded up. Gruyere cheese is sweet and nutty, and it's gonna go so well on grilled cheeses. Some people are scared of specialty cheeses or cheeses that we don't typically use in American cooking, but this cheese is sweet and nutty, and it's gonna go really well in this dish. It's not sour or pungent or anything like that, so don't be afraid of it. It's really delicious. Next, I'm gonna take my French loaf and go ahead and cut it into slices. Okay, so I sliced off 8 slices so that we can make this into 4 sandwiches. So I'm gonna start by just toasting this up briefly in the oven. I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. So I just want this bread to get a little toasty before I assemble the sandwiches. So I'm gonna put that in the oven. All right, here's my toasted French bread. So we're gonna assemble these sandwiches. So we're gonna take 1 piece of bread and we're gonna put Dijon mustard on that side. Spread it around. I'm messy today. Oh, okay, spread that around. Y'all. All right, then we're gonna take the other side of the bread. So we have 1 toasted bread with Dijon mustard. Now we're gonna take this side and we're gonna put some of the cheese. A piece of ham. Some more cheese. On mustard side down, just like that. We're gonna put this back on our baking sheet. Dijon mustard. Here we're gonna put cheese. A piece of ham. More cheese. Dijon mustard side down. Wow. Look at these sandwiches, y'all. Whoa. We are not even done yet. All right, here is where the bechamel sauce comes in. So we're gonna take the bechamel sauce and put on top. Like this. I've got my oven still on at 400. The recipe, which I will have linked below, says to put about 2 tablespoons of this sauce on top of the sandwich. So I'm just using what I've got here. Now we have that bechamel sauce on top. We're gonna top with more cheese. What? All right, and we're gonna put this in a 400-degree oven until the cheese melts, and then we're gonna turn this up to broil for a few seconds. Here are those croque monsieurs of the oven. I let them go for 5 minutes at 400 just to melt the cheese. And then I cranked it up to broil for just a few minutes just to get a little bit of that bubbly cheese look on top. I'm gonna let these sit and cool and then we'll do a taste. Hey y'all, here's our croque monsieur. I cut it in half. You can see what it looks like. Okay, so here, wow, is the inside of that sandwich. I don't even know if you can even see if it's gonna focus, but wow, wow. Are y'all ready? It's messy because of that bechamel, but let's give it a taste. That is amazing. That is so good. It makes me think of like a breakfast sandwich. With the ham and the cheese. The bechamel's giving me gravy vibes. That is delicious. Truly is. Food from France. A croque monsieur. Delicious. And this recipe will be linked in the description box below. You definitely need to give that a try. It is delicious. Hands down delicious. The croque monsieur has a sister sandwich called a croque madame. And the difference is, for a croque madame, they make the sandwich the exact same way, but they put a fried egg on top. And the fried egg still has the yolk uncooked, so the egg is runny, the yolk is not cooked. And from what I was reading, they call that a croque madame because the fried egg on top of the sandwich looks like a bonnet. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but this is delicious. That does it for this cooking foods from around the world. And this has taken me a while because I did 12 countries. And I have learned so much, cooked so many things that I've never tasted, never eaten before, never cooked before, cooked with ingredients I've never cooked before. It's been very educational, very delicious. That playlist of all of the meals that I've cooked from around the world will be linked down below. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me throughout this series. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I have. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave comments, let me know that you want me to do this again in the future. And if you do want me to do it again in the future, drop me a comment down below on recipes or countries that you would like to see the next go around. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.